All right, so today marks the seventh day, I believe. Yeah, it could be the sixth. I kind of lost track, but I'm pretty sure today marks 1 week that I've been going out on walks. And it all kind of started with a conversation I had with my mom the day after I made that good video. And I was in a good mood. And she kind of just like, the whole conversation was like her just being worried that I'm not like, I don't have a job and I'm not really doing anything, and I'm just kind of in my room all the time, don't leave for anything. And it was a mixture too of me just kind of being like frustrated and I guess you could say aware but complicit. Like I knew why I wasn't making any progress, yet I continued to like just seek comfort instead of like pushing myself. And, for the last, I want to say, for the last couple of weeks, like 2 to 3 weeks, I think at this point, I've been really trying to make it I've been really trying to make it a habit to leave the house, no matter what, every once in a while. And I feel like very comfortable, normal going to like this, like when my mom calls me, she's like, go to the store and get me this from the store and get me, a soda and 3 onions and, get me some garlic and then go to this store and do that. Like, I feel good, I feel normal. I feel comfortable doing it. And that was something that I used to struggle with a lot in the past. And I feel like even when I got a job, I didn't really push myself. I just kind of got used to my work environment. I got used to my work environment, and the whole thing was it was very good. I liked my job a lot, but outside of that, I didn't really push myself. And one of the things that I always dreaded, I hated, was going on walks in my area. I really hate, like, that was one of the most irritable things for me, believe it or not. And I talked about it like for a very long time ago, like 5 years ago when I was younger, when I was like 17. I used to actually work out a lot, but I would work out in the countryside with nobody looking at me. Even my brother, he's like that. My brother lives still in the countryside with his dad. And he's like, he's a big fat guy, and he eats relatively healthy, like every once in a while. And I tell him, like, dude, just do some light walking, jogging. You don't have to run. You don't have to do any of that. Just like walk every day for a couple of months, and then inch forward to jogging. And you could do just some exercises, and it'll be good for you. Like, it'll be great. And he was like, no, because people will look at me. Because that property over there is split between his dad's and then our sister's, which is like, she has like a little trailer home over there. And, but like one of the things that I dreaded that, man, I hated that idea of going on walks / jogs. I would do whatever I could in my ability to rationalize my emotion and being like, no, I don't want to go on a walk because people will look at me, people will stare at me, people will like, it was just out of being uncomfortable, as stupid as it sounds. And I remember 3 years ago, or just about, the last time I tried this was the night of or the night before the Israel-Palestine thing started when Hamas invaded Israel, and it was all over the news. So it's been a while, it's been a while. And I remember then I deeply hated it because I feel like at that time my main reasoning for it was to lose weight. I wanted to lose weight. So I was like constantly nitpicking every little detail. Today I walked this amount. And but the whole time I despised going on walks. Here in the city, I hated it. I hated it because I didn't trust it. I hated it because I didn't feel, it felt very weird for me to be on my own because I never developed that sense of independence because of just constant coddling and all that. And of course I became very irrational and stressed, and just kind of like self-loathing. So I kind of projected my own insecurities onto other people, not in the sense of like, I'm fat and ugly, so I think you're fat and ugly, but in the sense of like, I'm fat and ugly, so I think you think that I'm fat and ugly. which is probably true, I'm not denying that. The world shouldn't, mold around me. I should mold to the world. We should all conform to it in a way that, I'm able-bodied. I'm not in a wheelchair or anything. I'm not a burn victim. I put myself in this situation because I was a stupid, poor kid, and most food. And the thing about it is, I'm not even that, I'm not like 400 pounds. I'm not 300 pounds. But like to me, how I guess I think, but I want to say past tense because I've been doing really good in the sense of like keeping away the negativity. And yeah, but the first couple of days, and I also when I uploaded that video, I recorded it the day before. So even though I think I uploaded that video 8 days ago, I think it technically it was 9 days ago, because I know for a fact I ruminated for a couple of days. For like 2 to 3 days, I procrastinated. I was like, I'll do it another day. I'll walk another day, that whole thing. And then I finally did it. So yeah, that's why I said it's either 6 or it's 7 days, So, but I'm pretty sure it's 7 days because it feels like 7 days. I'm pretty sure if it's been 7 days, If not, it's close enough. It's not. I'm not going to go to the store and get a pizza or a cake for walking for 7 days. That's not what I'm not making this video for for you to give me a standing ovation. I'm simply just talking and logging stuff, But I was, yeah, so I would go out and the first day, I remember I was very like stressed, kind of, but not super stressed, because I kind of like, you listen a lot to the negativity when you continue to concede to the negativity. You can't do this because of that. You can't do this because of this. It won't go good. It won't, like, you are giving that stuff power. You are running away from your responsibility. So that negativity, whatever you want to call it, was very strong. But that day I was like, shut up. Stop thinking so negative, just, I'm simplifying it a lot. Like, if it was that easy, I wouldn't be here, but it was just for the sake of just doing it. So I was like, I'm going to go do it. And lo and behold, I felt really good doing it. I felt really good. I enjoyed walking. The first couple of days, I would pull out my phone and just talk because I had the intent of uploading the videos, but I never did. I should probably give out some funny stories maybe of it. It's been pretty basic, but there's been a few kind of interesting moments that I would like to remember in the future. But I'll hopefully get to that in a little bit. The first day I really enjoyed it. I went a very short walk. I went on Google Maps and used the little measuring ruler tool and converted it to imperial system. And I walked. The short walk is about 2/3 of a mile, 0.6 miles. I walked that path for about 2 to 3 days, I think. 2 to 3 days. And I wanted to kind of like take my time more, because to walk 0.6 miles, it takes, I want to say, like anywhere from like 15 to 20 something minutes. But I wanted to walk a little bit longer, So I walked. After that, I just found another. And when I say I walk, I'm just walking around my neighborhood. I'm not getting in my car, driving for 15 minutes, going to a trail or park. Though I wish I could, which I can, but I want to get a job first, And I don't even have running shoes or walking shoes. I'm walking around with slippers, with my Fila slippers. And so the first couple of days were very just basic. I walk again very early in the morning, like anywhere from like 6 to 7. So it's pretty empty. The first day was very like just light, just going on a walk. It feels weird to say, but it feels like this going on a walk makes me feel like I have a job again. Like that kind of schedule, that structure, that familiarity that you develop around. And this is a good one because it's around my community, which I don't interact with at all because of the internet. And just, again, just like that's how a lot of young people are today, which is not good, you know. That water tastes terrible. Uh, And, so after the first day, it was smooth sailing, and it still is. And I'm happy that the first day wasn't like an easy thing for me to do, because it proved to me that I could go against my irrationality, that I don't have to concede. Because if it was like easy, like, yay, I'm looking forward to it, then maybe right now I wouldn't be doing it. But because I said, no, I'm in control of my body, my mind, I'm going to do it. And that's what I did. I did it. I'm not making it sound like I landed on Normandy or something, like, the Germans were shooting down on us from, the hills, and I was hiding, and barricading myself, and I still did it, I'm going on a walk. It's not anything, crazy, but to me, it was really good. I liked it a lot. And but after, again, like 2 to 3 walks, I wanted to go on a longer walk. So I inched it upwards to a little over a mile, which, again, I went on Google Maps and I traced the exact steps I took, and it's a little over a mile. That one takes like 20-something minutes, 20, maybe 30 minutes if I'm walking a little bit slower. And it was really good. It was really enjoyable, especially that one. But the thing that kind of bummed me out is that today I was planning on going on an even longer walk, maybe like a 2-mile walk. Because when I don't stop walking because I'm tired. Like when I finish walking, I'm not like, like I'm not, my legs aren't all messed up, like I'm not tired. I'm not stopped. It's just because like I don't really, it's just to get my bearings straight, I guess, in the morning. And but I was planning on going on a walk today, but I kind of got bummed out, and I even, like, a little bit, I kind of like, I was like, maybe because I'm still in the beginning phase. I'm like, should I walk 5 days a week, maybe 6 days, maybe every day of the week? Not, again, it's not for health right now. Of course, inevitably, I want to incorporate like jogging or maybe running or biking or something. I have really good endurance. When I was younger, I'm not that old, I'm 22, but when I was 17, I was able to jog for like an hour straight without stopping. I had really good endurance. I was really good at, just jogging and stuff. And I really, so today, the reason I say I kind of like, it's because I was like, should I walk today or should I take a break? Not because I was tired, but I was like, just thinking about it, And I was like, I'll do it just for the sake of just getting the solid 7, just being 1 week completely finished. I could do it, it was good. And I ended up, I took a shower, and I thought my clothes were clean, and they were not. I for the last like week, I've been like putting clothes in the washer, and I now, like, it's I'm learning. It's educational, because before, in the past, I didn't want to wash my clothes. I've done it before. I'm not like retarded, I know, but I didn't want to do it. And then after I finished washing my clothes, a bunch of family members like, oh, you should have waited for us to get our clothes, or So I was like, I'm just gonna throw it in here. It is what it is. And then after that, I've noticed, like, for the last week, people throw my clothes out on the freaking floor, bro. And I didn't really think much of it, because I was like, all right, maybe maybe it was like I left it on the top, or maybe like, something else, like maybe like just it fell out, or they were organizing, throwing everything in, and they forgot. And today, because I gave my mom for like a solid week all the clothes, I was like, I'm gonna put it in here. Same thing, I'll go there every once in a while, still dirty, not clean. And today, when I went to go get my clothes after I took a shower, my mom's dog took a massive shit and piss close to my clothes. Thankfully not on it, but my mom's dog like took a big old like stinky dookie, and I'm just like all the stench and aroma is just like, it's just like, incorporating itself to the fibers of my shirt now. So I was like bummed out. I was like, well, like these people, like, like I blame myself too, because like I'm just such a frugal guy. Like I don't like doing fucking like, I'm not like, oh, I'm gonna buy stuff, I'm such a frugal guy that I don't like to do that kind of stuff. But now I don't know how much water or electricity the a washer uses, but I'm just gonna go ahead and do it myself from now on out. But I've been, so like for like, I'm wearing this dirty, stinky, sweaty clothes, and I'm like I shouldn't even really be walking today. I look like crap. I'm all greasy, and I'm wearing this these old rags, and I was like thinking, I was like, all right, we should go upstairs, but I was like, no, I won't do that. You know why? Because even though I don't really need a walk right now, I'll do it to prove a point to myself in the future. Because again, like when I'm in this mood, like I get really irrational, and then I could like bring it up in the past and be like, oh, but that day I didn't walk. Now, bitch, I did walk. So in the future, I'll be able to be like, all right, I did it, today, so I could do it again. And again, it was a really good walk. Funny moments, I guess you could say. Not really funny, but the first day, I remember, because like one of the things I was kind of paranoid about were like dogs. And when I was walking, I just like little footsteps, and it was through the fence, but like it was the loudest thing. And I'm like trying to be quiet. I'm trying to be quiet because all these people are sleeping. So I just walked like that, and it did kind of like annoy me a little bit, but so it's not really a funny story. Again, like this isn't a comedian fucking. Like I'm wearing clown shoes while walking. It's just like things I want to bring up and remember. Other things. I think it was the second day I took the longer walk. I was walking by a church that that's been there since I was a kid. It's a really cool church. I don't think I've ever been in there, but my brother has, and he said it's really nice. And when I was walking by it, I almost slipped on like this little thing of mud. And like I was, chuckling to myself, and the dude that was walking on the other side of the street, he like comes up to me, and like, we start talking for a bit, and he's like, do you know when this church opens up? And he was like this like Mexican gangster looking guy, had like a face tattoo on his right cheekbone, and he had like a really terrible goatee. Like it was, I can't grow any facial hair, but his facial hair was like, it was like really bad. It was like, I'm not even joking, it was like very long, thin leg hair. And you could like count, it was maybe like 30 vellus hairs on his like chin. It was like literally like not a beard at all. It was just like flowing hair. Like 3-4 inch long hair coming from his chin, and there was only like 30 of them. I'm not being exaggerative. I'm not saying like it was a little patchy. I'm saying like it was just 30 hairs. Like really, really nasty stuff. But yeah, we spoke for a little bit. He was telling me about the church, how he gives away food on Friday or something, and I was like, damn, that's cool. Because I've been meaning now for a couple of months. I've wanted to volunteer somewhere, like at a food service, homeless shelter kind of, church kind of environment, just helping people out. Because even though you don't get paid for it, my argument for it is that it cements community, if that makes sense. Like, I'm helping people out. I feel good doing it. It's a good virtue too, just to like be kind to people. So maybe sooner or later I might, I don't know how to do that stuff. Like, Like, do I have to like sign a paper, just go in there, phone call? I don't know, but I would like to inevitably go ahead. Maybe I can make it like a challenge to myself, do it consistently for 3 weeks or something. I don't know, and that would be cool. But the other thing that was kind of a funny little memory was, I remember, I think this was yesterday, I believe. I was walking again the long path. And my cousin, he sees me from across the street, and he's like, hey man. And I'm like in the beginning, I don't know it's him. I think it's just some homeless guy. So I get kind of like pissed. I'm like, what the fuck, man? Like, I need to, because like, again, I'm still in the learning phase. I'm like taking specific routes. I'm like trying to be vigilant of like, because I live where there's a lot of crackheads and homeless people. So like, I just want to be a little vigilant, And as I'm walking, this dude's calling out to me. He's like, hey man. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, dude, there's no fucking way I'm being bothered. Like look at my clothes. I'm not rich, I'm broke. And then like I see him, and it's like, oh shit, like what's up? And he's like, hey man, hey, where you going to? Man? And I'm like, oh, I'm going on my morning walk. He's like, oh man, but what are you gonna do? You gonna go do something? I'm like, no, I'm just gonna go walk. And like honestly, like I'm being honest, it was a really good walk with my cousin. It's just like he's a big drug addict. So he like kind of like you can't really get to him sometimes. Like he was carrying this Whataburger cup, and it was full of dirt and like mud and rocks and stuff. And he was like trying to give me rocks and be like, dude, it's diamonds, man. Look, you could sell it for diamonds, and you could go to the pawn shop. And I was like, I was even playing along. I was like, oh look, there's one up there. And he was grabbing a rock from the pavement, being like, oh man, putting it into his Whataburger cup, And we spent like a good time just talking, and it wasn't like anything like super deep. It was just kind of like us hanging out, but it was a really good, really good. Like he followed me like the entire I ran into him very early in the walk, like within like 3 minutes, and until I went into my house, that's when we finally split parts. So he followed me the entire mile. Like we did good. And the one thing that kind of annoyed me is that, because it's very early in the morning, I'm trying to be like just quiet and like, mature. And he's like screaming and singing, and I'm like trying to tell him, I'm like, you got to keep it a little bit down. And he's kind of a tweaker, so he's not really understanding any of it. But for the most part, it was really good. It was a good conversation. I feel like he was even like, he was rapping his own lyrics to me and stuff. He was singing some shit about, a rap song or whatever. And he's a real cool guy. He's a real friendly, nice guy, and whatnot. But but I'm thinking tomorrow, if we're still here, I might go on that longer walk. Definitely need to wash my clothes, because I shouldn't be having confidence in other people. And another thing I learned, that's one of the things I wrote down today. I said I should do my own clothes and that kind of stuff. And two, it's also, I should, what is it called? I should exit from the front door, because the back door into the alleyway, which is the way I get out, is full of crackheads. Today, I swear to God, when I was coming back, I noticed it. The alleyway literally had like human feces all over the place, just, and had flies, and it smelled terrible. And when I was coming back, my cousin, he was a drug addict, so he was like waving, he was like, hey man. But at that point, I was already done with the day. I already walked, so I was kind of like just trying to get back inside. So I kind of rushed in and did all that. But like I said, right now it's just to like get out of the house. Inevitably, maybe sooner or later, I'll incorporate jogging and biking or running or whatever, and then it will become a thing for me to enjoy as an exercise, and as a thing for me to get my bearings straight in the morning or whatever. And it feels good, it feels really good. And what else? But yeah, so tomorrow, if we're still here in the city, I'll go on that longer walk. The only thing is that I really need to get a job, because I'm walking around. I'm walking around with slippers. It's not. It's not ideal. There's loud cars, man. There's a V8 outside, and I did have running shoes. Believe it or not, I got them. Crap. I think when I was going to college, I got them a long time. Did I? I think I did. And I don't even remember really when I got those shoes. But I know I've had them for a while. Like, I've had them for a good old time. But within the last like 6 months, my brother's shoes were all like kind of like crumpled. And as a gesture of my kindness and gratitude, I gave him those shoes because I wasn't using them at the time. And yeah, I'm very kind of regret that decision, because the thing, he doesn't even take care of his shoes, like he doesn't dress properly either. I mean, neither do I, but I like when I'm wearing pants, I always wear a belt, like he wears like jeans. I don't even think he wears underwear. His ass crack or something. I'm talking about my brother Alex. Like every time he bends like to pick something up, his hairy ass crack is out. He doesn't wear a belt. His shoes, I don't think he knows how to tie his shoes, because like every pair of shoes that I've ever seen him with, the tongue of the shoe, I'm talking about, like the tongue of it, whatever it's called, the top part is always like open. It's always like open, and it doesn't close properly. And the I think the what is it, the lace of the shoes, he never ties them, so they all have split ends from like running, from like rubbing against the concrete when he's walking. And that's what my shoes look like now, so I'm kind of regretting that, but it's all right. But it's crazy because I remember when it was super cold, when it was very cold back then in like fall, I wanted to walk now, really, and like it's been on my mind since like fall of last year, but I never did it, and I even knew, I told myself I wasn't going to do it because I bitched out of it. And now I've remained doing it. I've continued doing it, and it's been pretty good. And I look forward to continuing it. And I go on Google Maps a lot and just kind of like search around the area, like a fun path to walk. And I have one in mind, but like I'll do that once I hit 1 month or something. I'll do that because it'll take a while for me to get there. Not like in like health reasons, but I mean like the whole walk, if I walk the one I'm thinking about, it would take maybe an hour, but it looks super peaceful and nice, I like it. And I look forward to it a lot, that's all I say. I look forward to it. And but the one I might walk tomorrow it's going to be like 2 to 3 miles maybe, I think. I don't know. Inevitably also I want to like I want to take my headphones and listen to music, but right now, again, it's just ruminating, and it feels really good. It feels like taking like a shower, if that makes sense, like taking a shower, or just being productive. I like it, but either way, that was the first week of my walk. I look forward to the second and third week. Inevitably, I got to make a video doing it, but again, like, I don't know. I make so many videos and I just never upload them. So I'm just like, at this point, I'm just losing confidence. I will upload this one because I'm pretty content with it. But yeah, so first week or maybe 6 days, I don't know. But first week, I'll just say has been very, very good. Also, this is besides the point, bro. I'm being serious. Yesterday, because it's been super hot, it's been like 105 to 115, I think. It's been pretty hot. That's why I like walking early in the morning too. That, and because everybody's still asleep. But and that's not to say that I don't run into people. I do. I see them a lot, and I say like good morning and all that. And it's not like the reason I walk isn't because of just other people. It's because of like my family. They're still sleeping, and I don't want my brother to be gone from the house, and then my mom gets into like some trouble, and I'm just not there. What was I saying though? But yeah, yesterday, because it's been so hot, my mom really hasn't been cooking at all. So I've just kind of been like, making basic little meals, like steak and like salsa and avocado and just basic, just like everybody, like, like ramen noodles, kind of thing. But yesterday, like one of my favorite Mexican foods is called fideo. It's like super cheap. It's like 30 cents to make. It's like one of those like meals, It's very cheap. It's like this soupy chicken broth tomato thingy. Very ghetto, but it tastes really good to me. And in one bowl with salted water, I just did it, because my mom, like, I asked her, I'm like, Mom, show me how to make this recipe. She was like, later, later, later. So like, but like out of just paying attention, I was like, I'm gonna do it, like it's 30 cents. If I don't make it good, it's fine. So one bowl, I made like a bunch of like little potatoes, cut them up, and I removed the skin and all that, and I like put it in salted water to boil them till they were like nice and soft. And then in another bowl, I made well, not yet, but I made some like salsa with chicken bouillon and half an onion and two sliced up tomatoes with garlic and a few other things, and I made the sauce and all that, and it was like, again, it was super ghetto, but dude, it came out so good. Oh my god, I think that was probably the best fideo, and I'm not even being biased. I'm honest when I fuck something up. I really do. I think the thing that made it super good is that I didn't clean out the what the fuck is it called? I did this yesterday. I forgot what it's called, but it's the thing where you put everything in and it goes that thing, whatever it's called, the like I don't know, like fuck it, I don't know anymore. I give up. But I didn't clean it out properly. I just put like hot water to like just kind of like remove, because it's not dirty, but like my mom used it recently. She made salsa, and bro, with the mixture with the salsa, with the chicken bouillon stuff I made, and I like put oil into the pot without any liquid to like kind of like make the pasta all golden. Then I put it in, and then I simmered it, and then I put in the potatoes, and they soaked up all the flavor. And bro, I mean, like, I'm being not even being biased. It was like a 9 out of 10. It was super good. The only thing that could probably make it better would be like maybe putting like actual meat in it or something, like some protein or something. But it's not really like something I just mainly just wanted soup because soup's so good. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Bye guys. Bye.